everyone. This is News Now from the Belmont Journal and our weekly segment with Franklin Tucker of the Belmontonian. And I'm your host, Mike Crowley. And today we are talking about the library. Franklin.
Once again, we're talking about the library. You know, that the library has been, a new library has been suggested since 1999, but now finally the voters will be able to decide because the select board unanimously okayed a debt exclusion vote to build a new library.
So they've already taken the vote to place it on the ballot, Franklin?
That's right, and they did it a week early, and this gives the campaigners for a new library a chance to go out and find the voters to support it.
Okay.
And also very exciting news, the Belmont Savings Bank Foundation is going to give $2 million to in their fundraising campaign for the supporters of the new library. So that
is exciting.
So that means over 850 people have donated, raising up to $5 million for the new library. So we're looking at an exclusion not of the 39.5 million, but more likely 34 million. So that shows a lot of support, and it's much easier for the town and voters to swallow that, knowing that there's so much support for it. It looks like there's going to be a great deal of community support, but still, you know, in a time of recession or to be recession, high inflation, it's always a crapshoot.
Okay, so it's ultimately not certain what will happen with the vote, but at least the library is on the ballot and there's a chance for success. How about the skating rink, Franklin?
That's right. Now the skating rink kind of is you know, when you think of the building committee, you think of a marathon. You know, it takes like the library. It's been since really 2015 and 2018 when they really started going forward. With the skating rink, it's been since January basically. You know, they've been trying. Have been designing a rink, trying to fundraise for the rink. And what they really want to have the supporters of the rink is to have it on the November ballot also.
Now, what is the prospect of that actually happening, Franklin?
Well, the select board said that they would do it, but they would have to be comfortable with what's with the entire project. And right now, there's still a lot to be. There's still a lot of questions in the design. I mean, such as one thing is how many locker rooms, the size of locker rooms. They still haven't decided on that. There's really no firm cost to this project. So, and there's a lot of other interesting things, such as.
Well, can I ask, Franklin?
Sure.
So costs have been discussed both with the select board and I believe in the previous public forum. So are those firm cost estimates at this point, or are those estimates that are very preliminary? What do we know about the costs?
Very, very preliminary.
Okay.
You know, and there's still some suggestions as should solar panels should be placed along in the budget for this new project, because right now they are not included. Now, you know, that could add $2 million to a project that, you know, the supporters of the rink are worried that it might just be a little too much money for people to support in terms of, you know, is this a project that, you know, is needed or wanted in the town?
So when will the select board make its decision about whether this gets placed on the ballot for November?
It will come down to their next meeting on the 24th, I believe, Monday the 24th. They will have to decide because the town clerk will have to send any kind of debt exclusion vote to the Secretary of State to approve it. So it has to be done by Monday.
All right, we'll see what happens there. But in the meantime, the school committee has voted on the placement of the potential rink on the current property. So next up, Franklin, let's talk about the fire chief.
That's right. David DeStefano was hired 15 months ago. He was, and this is a little bit of a controversy in the background. It's not that Chief DeStefano has done anything in his job so far that could be called controversial in any way, but there have been people in town who felt that both his hiring and his leadership skills are controversial. I mean, these are people in the background, former fire officials, people in town who believe that the process of hiring him was just not transparent enough, and they think his leadership is causing a lot of unnecessary change in the fire department. But since then, since the 15 months, he's moved forward with his plans, with his agendas. He's been very active on social media, and the select board has showed their approval of what he's been doing by giving him not just his 2% COLA cost of living increase, but also a 2% merit increase. And all the members of the select board said that he was doing a very good job.
All right. And last up, Franklin, let's talk about the potential for a sister city for Belmont in France.
That's right. Orsay, France is a town that's on the commuter rail from Paris, just like Belmont is on the commuter rail from Boston. Also, it has some very substantial universities, just like we have MIT and Harvard nearby us. And how this whole arrangement started was there were families from Orsay who came to Belmont, for jobs and things like that. And then when they went back, they said, there's a great town that's almost like ours, about the same size. They have 15,000, we have 25,000 people. And it just started, among the academic, the high school basically, where they said, look, we could find some maybe some arrangement where we could do artistic exchanges, and that's what's going to be happening. It's not going to be right now. No one's going to be exchanging. No one's going to be flying over to Orsay, France.
But we did recently have a visit from the deputy mayor for Orsay, France, didn't we?
That's right. And he came with books and gifts, but he also came with an invitation. Please come. And he was there the same day that the rugby team was honored, and now the rugby team is talking about a exchange of teams and visits. So it's just gaining in popularity, and both sides seem to be very eager to get this going.
All right, time to brush up on the French.
Oui.
All right. Thank you so much, Franklin. If you'd like to see more of Franklin's reporting, be sure to visit Belmontonian.com. That's all for next week. That's all for this week. And we'll see you next time, Franklin.
Thank you.